Sticky G, you there, bruh?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Ain't no worries.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yo, Sticky G. Welcome to Uphill Radio, bro. How you feeling?
I'm all right, man. Just chilling.
Do you go by Sticky G or Stick God? Or both?
So my like formal name that's on my releases is Stick God, but you can
Stick
call me
God.
whatever you want to call me. I go by Sticky G because I don't know. I just like it. It's like a nickname.
I think it's badass, man. I want to go ahead and start off about your vibes and your day, but I also want to know about the name. But let's start off with the day. How's your day going, bro?
It's all right, man. I don't sleep that much, and last
Mhm.
night I got like good night's sleep. So I feel
That's
pretty
right.
good.
Dang, that's cool, man. So you got a good night's rest before the podcast.
Oh yeah, I was trying to.
Dang, right on, bro. So what's a day to day like for you, bro?
I mean, honestly, I'm on the grind all the time. Like I'm I got I got my collective, the Drowsy South Collective. It's a record label as well, and I'm kind of like the de facto leader or whatever. Everybody looks to me to organize it and
Hmm.
for leadership and advice and stuff. And so I'm just kind of working all the time. I keep my day job. I make pizzas at Domino's, and
That's
then
right.
at night I just make beats all the time until I pass out basically every night.
That's right. I was gonna say because in your music it resonates that it's all about hard work.
Oh yeah, man. I really believe in like hard work over natural talent. Like I believe natural talent's out there, but I think there's people out there that are outworking the super talented people. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You know what? It's crazy because I don't usually do this. I just started doing it right now. I was going through your Instagram and I'm like, this is one of the best quotes I've heard, and it's from you. The quote was, "You know exactly what you're doing in your life." You're talking about the haters.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Do you remember that?
I don't know if I do, but I can see myself saying something like that.
Yeah, dog. I'm like, damn, you hit home. You said you know exactly what you are doing in your life. I'm like, shit, you're hitting it
Yeah,
right there, dog.
that's
What
the
push?
thing. A lot of people, yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what push? What? Why do you have that kind of mindset?
Man, honestly, it's because there's just a turning point in my life where like I thought I had been working hard on my making music my career. I thought I had been working hard for years. And I was working, but the thing was something just flipped in my mind one day where I realized that I was reading like a lot of self-help books and stuff and trying to get my mind right. And I realized that a lot of people, their main problem is that they keep making excuses to themselves and they
Mm,
don't take responsibility for the place they are in their lives. They try to, and I was one of those people. Like people they try to blame the world around them. They're like, my job doesn't pay enough. The
mm-hmm.
circumstances I'm in are what's keeping me from achieving my dreams, type of thing. But in reality, it's like you're the one that it determines it. You're the one living your life. Nobody else is living it. And so it's like every day, the actions that you take, that's going to be what's in your history book. You know what I'm saying? So
Damn.
you are the one in control. You know what I mean? Like when I look back on yesterday or something, I'll be like, oh yeah, that day back in 2021, June, whatever, I was playing video games all day and I could have been working or something. And that is what
Mm-hmm.
it is. I want to have more days that I don't regret than days that I do regret. And so I
Damn.
always try to keep that message out there of like, make sure that you stay focused. Like it's good to just sit and enjoy life. I think it's good to just enjoy it, but it's great to stay focused on like what you really want to do, and to make sure that you're always being productive towards that, I think, and I just want to keep that message out there, keep inspiring people to like take their life into their own hands, man. Sorry to talk so much.
Yeah. No. That's this is perfect, bro. I was gonna say, what when I was researching your music and who you are in Drowsy South, I saw exactly what you just said. Just this hard work, and And when I read that quote, I'm like, damn, bro, this guy knows what he's doing. And you know what? When you have that kind of mindset, this is coming from my perspective. When you have that kind of mindset that you have, you're gonna see that positive growth. You're gonna see that success. And man, you got it going, bro. Now let's go ahead and what came first, Stick God or Drowsy South?
Um, so so if we're talking about like music, whenever I first started doing music, I used to I was like a musician. I would play my first instrument was the bass guitar. Back when I
Mm,
was like 9 or 10, my grandpa got me bass guitar because he's real into classic rock, you know, and
right
I was
on.
real into classic rock. I liked it. And so I learned bass and I moved to guitar and I just started learning all these different instruments. And the time that I actually decided to like get real like to get serious about it was I got real into hardcore music and like post-hardcore and stuff, and I wanted to be in like a heavy band. And so I was in a couple heavy bands and like none of them ever really worked out. And the thing is like hip hop has always been there. Like I
Mm,
credit my mom for my music taste because my mom she grew me up on like she rose me on like CDs in the car, and she
that's
had this
right.
big old book of CDs, you know, like they used to have. And I remember she'd be putting on the weirdest shit at like one after another. She'd be like, "This is the Nine Inch Nails, the Downward Spiral record." 3 songs later, she'd take
Damn.
it out and put in like Doggy Style by Snoop Dogg, you know.
Yeah.
And so it's like
Damn.
that's what I heard growing up. And so I think eventually, when I was doing the hardcore stuff, I was like, man, I want to produce myself because I was recording myself and I want to engineer it, but I'm not good enough, and I wasn't progressing enough to my liking. And so I was like, man, I need to learn how to produce and engineer. And I thought the easiest way to do that was hip hop. So I was like, I'm gonna just
Mm,
start making beats all the time, and because there's less source recording, like you don't have to record a lot of it yourself. It's samples and plugins and stuff. So it's easier to mix and get a grasp on all the concepts. So I originally just started it to learn to produce, and then I realized that this is like what I love. Like I started to pivot
mm.
towards hip hop more because I was like, damn, like whenever I make beats and I rhyme and stuff, I just feel something that I don't feel with anything else.
Mm,
And so I kind of pivoted to that. And so to answer your question, Stick God definitely came before Drowsy South, but it wasn't that long before because I was just making beats for a long time and I would only rap on them to myself. Like I would freestyle to
mm.
myself. I would never record it. I would freestyle with the homies and stuff, but I never took it. I was never gonna rap. I was just gonna make beats. And you know, people kept telling me I should rap. And so I was like, okay. And I started rapping and I was like, this is definitely what I'm supposed to do. But
Damn.
I don't think I was good enough for a long time. A lot of people, you gotta suck for a long time before you're good, you know? And so I was doing my thing, and literally like a couple months into me actually rapping as Stick God, uh, that's whenever the Drowsy South formed. You know, I got with my buddy Doug and our friend Chase. He used to be in the Drowsy South. He had, you know, he left for his own reasons, but he's cool. He's the homie, and we were just
Oh,
chilling,
shit.
making music. We were making music one day, just us three. You know, we all had our own thing going on, and they're at my studio checking out my music, hopping on shit. And Chase was like, he was like, man, we was like, I wish we could just like start a collective or something, man. That would be so cool. Have a bunch of people like, but I don't know a bunch of people to start a collective with. And I was like thinking about it, and I remember
Mm,
like later that night, I just kept thinking about it. And the next day, I was like, y'all got to come back to the studio. And they came back, and I was like, why don't we just do it? Like, I wanted to tell. I'm real big about telling people shit in person, so I had
yeah.
them come to the studio to my house, and I was like, hey, man, why don't we just do it? Like, why don't we just start a collective? Like, I know all these people from my past that I know love hip hop and can rap, can make beats. And it was like I gathered people from middle school, from high school and stuff that I hadn't talked to in years that I knew
Dang.
were really about it, you know? And they
Yeah.
were like, you know, for the most part, they were all really trying to make this a career and they saw the vision. And so it just kind of formed like spontaneously. But yeah, I was rapping for a little bit before that. You know, I was kind of polishing my skills before I made something serious like the Drowsy South.
Damn. So you told me that you're pretty much the leader of Drowsy South, right?
Yeah, I mean, we try not to appoint a leader or nothing, but I'm like, you know, the main one organizing things. I'm the owner of the record label. I'm not the owner of the collective, you know. I
Mm,
like it to be very, very like open where everybody is equal, you know? And so I think people just look at me as like I guess they call it the de facto leader, like by default. I'm kind of the one that's the head of it, you know, that's kind of like the main mascot or whatever, and the
Mm,
one that's like organizing everything. Like I'm one of the main ones who puts our studio time together. I'm like, all right, who's free on what day, and we'll get whoever to come to this studio, or we have like a couple studios, you know. So it's like even if I'm not
nice,
there,
nice.
I'll plan for people to meet up without me. You know what I mean? So yeah, I guess that's what
Well,
makes me the leader.
yeah, I was gonna say because you need someone like you with like that tip top behavior to get things going. You really do. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you got to keep people on their shit, you know, like keep people focused. I'm always messaging
Yes.
people. Like I message my boy Doug. I text him all the time, and I'm like, "You write that verse yet, man? When you gonna come work on a mixtape?" Like all the time. If somebody's slacking, I'm always on their ass, you know. But it's like all love, you know.
Exactly. That's what's up, bro. I'm glad that you have a community and you guys are grinding. I'm telling you, I can hear it in the music. Now, Stick God, give us the origins of that. How did that name come about?
Man, honestly, it's like one of the most boring origin stories of all time because it was literally before I was making beats or rapping or anything.
Hmm.
You know, I've always kind of rapped like I freestyle on the bus and shit, like in middle school and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's probably where I started rapping was freestyling on the bus, like everybody
Yeah.
freestyling at the lunch table. But before I ever started making beats or getting on anything recorded, it was yeah, I used to hang out with my buddy Chris Ramirez all the time. He was the vocalist of my bands. We would always travel to like the next band, the next project together. You know, like it was
Oh,
that
that's
thing. We were like
badass.
partner musicians, and
Hmm.
we were just hanging out one time, like walking around the neighborhood, smoking a blunt or something, and he was like, "Man," he was like, "Why?" He was like, I want to say he said, "Why is our blunt so small, man? It's like a stick." And I was like, I don't know. I was like, man, we didn't have that much, but I didn't want to put it in the bowl. Like I wanted to smoke the blunt, man.
Yeah.
And he was like, the stick god, man. How did it still smoke? You know? And and then also he just kept saying it to where it didn't even have a meaning no more. And then I was like, you know what? I was like, I kind of like that. Like you're bullshitting, but I kind of like
Yeah.
the sound of it, you know? And so a couple weeks
Damn.
later, I just remembered that like instance, and I was like, all right, I guess I'll just call myself that. Like,
Laugh, dude. I love it, dog. That's actually a great origin story, dog. I love that because you're right. Sometimes you don't want to put it in a bowl, like, even if it's a little amount. Roll that up, you know.
yeah,
That's
man.
right, dog. Dang, I love that story, dog. Now,
Yeah.
so you said you would start freestyling in the bus back in middle school. You said.
Yeah, probably middle school. You know, I remember the other kids on the bus would be freestyling. They'd put on beats or be beatboxing, and they'd all be freestyling in like the back of the bus. And I'd be sitting back there, and I was kind of like, I was a shy kid before, you know. I'm more
Yeah.
outgoing now, and I would just be chilling, you know. And my buddy Tykeal, uh, uh, oh shoot, I don't know what that was. Did you hear that?
I heard nothing.
Okay, sorry, there was like a noise in my ear. Anyway,
Oh shoot.
yeah, sorry, what was I saying?
We were talking about freestyling in the back of the
Oh
bus.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
And so I was kind of shy, and my boy Tykeal one day he just kept bugging me about it. He kept like slapping me on the shoulder. He was like, "Come on, man!" Fucking, he was like rapping. He was like, "Motherfucking
That's right.
Logan don't want to rap. Motherfuckers on cap, like just whatever, slapping me on the shoulder. Like, come on, bro." And so I just started rapping, and then from then on we just did it like for fun, you know, just doing whatever. And we'd be
Yeah.
on the. I was more the beatboxer. I'd be like banging on the lunch table and beatboxing so other people could rap. I like doing that. You know, I'm really about the beats.
That's tight. That's tight. So you said you picked up the instruments first. You said the bass guitar was your first instrument you picked up.
Oh yeah.
So what other
Definitely. I'm a
instruments do
sucker
you
for
know?
bass.
That's badass,
Um,
bro.
so I got bass guitar, regular guitar, acoustic guitar. I'm not real good at drums. That's one of the only things I can't play, but I can write drums really good. Obviously, I would make beats and stuff, and I'm getting better at playing drums. I could play. I've never attempted to play brass instruments, but I feel like I could get my head around it. I could play piano a little bit. Really like anything you give me. I could
Dang.
probably get my head around it because I know like a lot of music theory and stuff, and like I
Mm.
understand. composition, I think. So I could probably get a grasp on the technique pretty quick on anything you give me, you know? So
That's incredible. Now, how much do you contribute as far as production into Drowsy South?
so all of my music, like I think at least as of right now, it's 100% like all Stick God's music is produced by Stick God. I
Oh
don't
shit.
I don't use anybody else's beats, not because I'm against that. I think it's cool. Like I'm
Hmm.
I'm engineering a tape for my buddy Magnus X, and it's like all beats that aren't mine. I'm just engineering it, you know. So I think that's cool. But me, I can't. It's hard for me to rap on other people's beats. Like I have a very specific vision, and I feel like it's also hard for other people to rap on my beats. Like it's just a very unique thing, I think.
Right.
And I just feel way more comfortable on my beats. While I'm making them, I can hear the flow in my head type of thing. And so
Yeah.
all my stuff right now is 100% produced by me under the name, my producer name is Completely Naked. Um,
Oh,
but
naked.
in the future, in the future, I might have like a couple songs produced by other people, or like we have another producer in Drowsy South. His name's Soto, Soto, and I'm probably gonna do like a mixtape with him where he produces it all and
Oh, right
shit.
on.
And yeah, and I produce stuff for like the other members as well. I'm trying to get a mixtape with every rapper in the group that's just produced solely by me. You know, I think that would be cool. And we
Yeah,
have
it'd be
collective
badass.
tape. Yeah, we have a collective tape we're working on, and I
Oh,
produced
hell
the
yeah.
whole thing. Soto's gonna help me engineer it, but I made all the beats, you know. So it's very like in-house. I try to keep it very in-house, but also collaborative. Like a lot of the Drowsy South stuff is in-house produced, but then we go and we hop on a lot of people's tracks. You know what I mean? Like we'll go and do features on all kinds of people's stuff. We're very about like community, trying to bring everybody together. And I don't want to start no beef with nobody. I want to be the rapper that has no beef with
Damn.
anybody. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's the good energy, bro. The energy is just I can feel it, dude. And it's some good energy. Now you have a message right here. You want me to go ahead and play it?
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna play this one time. Oh, it's by Patrick. Here we go.
What up, guys? Hopefully y'all doing good up on here. I'm at work. Logan talking about that shit.
There you go.
Yeah,
Shout
that's
out to
Prod
Pat.
by Pat. Yeah.
I was going through your SoundCloud and it also had a Pat makes beats. Is that the same Pat you're talking about?
Yeah. He going through some identity things, you know. He's actually about to settle on another name.
Oh, is he now?
Yeah, so I think maybe production wise, he'll still be Pat Makes Beats or Prod by Pat or whatever. But he's rapping now as well, and his rap name is gonna be Shy Guy.
Damn,
And I fuck with
Shy
that.
Guy.
So yeah, Shy Guy like
Dang,
Mario, you know? Yeah, I
that's
fuck with it.
badass. I love it.
Yeah, same guy though. He goes by many names.
I love it. So go ahead and tell us who's all in Drowsy South, the collective.
All right, so we've gone through some member changes, you know, but as
Mm.
of right now, I think this lineup we have right now is probably going to end up being the OG lineup. Like we probably won't change nothing for a while, or maybe this would be the most memorable lineup. But I just feel something special about it. It's me, myself, which is Stick God. My buddy Mark, his name is Magnus X. We've got my buddy Fernando. His name is Resemblance. He actually doesn't have like any music out yet. We
Okay.
have Patrick, you know, Prod by Pat, Shy Guy or whatever. Um, we've got my buddy Caleb. His name is Young Gat. And let me think. We got Soto, who does the production. My wife is in it. She's like a visual artist, a multimedia artist. She doesn't do music, but she does like, you know, visual art.
That's dope.
My cousin Benny does he directs our videos and stuff. He does some of like our video direction. And I'm trying to think. I don't think I left any. Oh, my boy Doug. I can't leave out my boy Doug. He's the OG. Technically, me and him are the only founding members right now. Like we kind of started it, had the idea for it, and we went and pulled everybody else in. You know what I mean? So I think that's everybody. I hope I didn't miss nobody. If I did, I'm sorry. I love y'all, but I think that's everybody right now.
Yeah, it sounds like a good team. It sounds like you have everything in place right now. You're not missing any element.
Yeah, man. I really try to cover all the bases and to make sure we have people who are down to work hard. Like my main thing I do is I try to keep being the motivator. Like I feel like I've worked with a lot of people in the past who they talk big, but they don't work big. They really just want to be seen as the
Mm,
superstar. Some they want to be seen as an artist, but they don't put in the work. And
yeah.
like a lot of them, it's not even their fault. And so I've changed my perspective. I've changed the way I approach it from antagonistic to like a lot of people I know, like I believe in them. And there's people I think
Hmm.
you could tell who like they're not going to make it. And then there's people who like you could really feel it, like you
Facts.
believe in them. You know that they can
Yes.
do it, they're capable. You know what I mean? If they
Yes.
apply themselves. And so I just try to lead by example now. Like ever since I really got on my shit and started getting my views up and getting like consistent with releasing music, all of my homies in the Drowsy South have got on their shit way more. Like even the people who were on their shit are trying to outdo me. It's like we're competing.
Mm,
And
mm.
that was my whole idea with trying to come up as Stick God like initially rather than as a whole collective. You know what I mean?
Yeah, damn, that's crazy because I want to hear your take on like your growth. Like I went back on your YouTube all the way to your first video, and that is the I don't believe in God, but I believe in chain mail, which I think is a funny ass title, by the way. And then comparing
Yeah.
that, and then comparing it to where you're at now with Get It, How I Live It. Like what I want to hear your take on your growth on those two tracks right there.
Whew, man. All right. So, um, the I don't believe in God, but I believe in chainmail. That was the second music video we ever did. The first one is removed just because we didn't really like the mix on the song. But uh but that is like pretty much like the beginning of my career. I
Hmm.
had a incarnation of Stick God back in about 2018 that I did release some mixtapes. I released four mixtapes and they were all like decent size, like at least 9 to 13 songs or something like that on each. And back then, I got rid of all that music, not because I don't like it or nothing, but just because it's not me anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't really identify with that person I was. I don't regret it or anything,
Hmm.
but I know that I can do better now, and my story is gonna be better. And I feel like you can still see the progression from the point that I have left up on the internet.
Hmm.
Like I have some of those old videos up from my previous incarnation. Like I don't believe in God, I believe in chainmail. That's from my previous incarnation. And none of
Hmm.
that music is up, I don't think, on the internet. But the videos are. I'm not going to take the
Yeah.
videos down. I like it to be there so you can see that progress. I think we came a
Exactly.
long way. I think we came a really long way, man, because I used to be Dookie. Like, like the thing is, I've always been okay with the beats, but
Uh,
I had to polish my engineering side to where it sounds professional, and I had to polish my rapping because I was so focused on the beats and the aesthetic that I felt like I was lacking in performance, and so I really upped my rap game, and that's whenever everything kind of changed. I stopped making beats for like months, and all I did was rap on the beats I had. And
yeah.
so I feel like everybody in the Drowsy South, like that's just my personal individual story of growth since the beginning of Drowsy South. But everybody
Hmm.
in this group, I'm sure they have their own story to tell about that. Of like they have been going through a lot of growth as well. I see everybody improving in their
Damn,
things. Like
that's
Doug
good.
and Magnus X, they don't make beats or nothing,
Uh-huh.
but they rap. And so they perfect the rapping. Like they see how good I'm getting and they want to compete. And even if they can't make beats, they said they're gonna focus on rapping and be better at rapping than me. And so I
Damn.
definitely see a lot of progress, like especially output. I think working,
Uh-huh.
like you pointed out, hard work is the most important thing to me. And I think a lot of people are about to have way more output than they did before. Because right now, I'm the main artist that has a lot of music released under Drowsy South. But
Hmm.
next year, it's gonna be a lot of artists dropping from our crew. Like I think
Damn.
Pat's gonna do some solo rap stuff. Uh, Magnus X is dropping a couple mixtapes. Like we have a lot of stuff in the vault. So I think you're gonna see that there is a lot of growth that happened. Like we're not the same people we were before, and
Hmm.
I think that the public can see that because now we're actually getting more attention. I think.
Oh, most definitely. I'm seeing it. And I'm like, what are these elements that I'm seeing, especially on Twitter? I see you guys making a lot of moves on Twitter. I'm like, damn, what the like this movement, this collective that you got going is very exciting, dog. Very exciting. Your
I
song
appreciate it.
Get Oh, you got it, bro. Get It How I Live It, dog. Let's talk about that whole song, the process. Because that song, bro, is a hit, dog. It's a hit. It goes, bro.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you a lot.
You
Um,
got it.
well, I made that beat. I actually found a loop on my computer. It wasn't a loop I was looking for, like on the internet or nothing. I was
Mm-hmm.
just looking through the drum kits that I had already on my computer that like my friends had downloaded on there for me and shit that people gave me. And I found this loop. I don't even know who made it. Like I don't remember what drum kit it was from. But I found this loop in a drum kit that's just something that somebody made out there, and it was called like a Christmas loop, 130 BPM.
Oh shit. Logan, you there? Um, Having a little bit of technical difficulties. Just gonna wait it out. There we go. Got your back still good? Nope. Nope, just me now. To the listeners, we're gonna go ahead and do our best to get Stick God back on. Let's see here. Gonna call him right back up. Got the universe over here trying to stop the movement, man.
Hello?
Stick God, we got you back, bro.
My God, I'm sorry. My phone
No
started doing
worries.
dumb shit.
No worries,
Anyway,
bro.
I don't
We
know
got
what
you back.
part you heard.
Shoot, just start from the top, bro.
All right, yeah. Anyway, when I made that beat, Forget It How I Live It, uh, I just I put my tapes together with all the beats usually
Oh
before I
yeah.
start rapping on them.
Mm,
I like to get the whole sound of the tape like cohesive. It's all one big sound almost. You know, it's everything feels like it fits together. All the beats fit with each
perfect.
other. And so I was making that beat, and I found a loop on my computer, like I was saying. It's just in a random drum kit. I don't know who made the loop or nothing. I wish I did so I could credit them. Hopefully, maybe they'll hear it one day and be like, "That's my loop." But
Shoot, one day.
yeah, it was called like a Christmas loop, and I was like, Christmas. It was like Christmas 130 BPM, and I played it, and I was like, that's
Damn.
heat. That's not a Christmas loop. What the fuck? And that's that first little sound that you hear in the beat, like the little quiet atmosphere, kind of like it sounds like bells almost or something.
Oh, okay,
and
okay.
uh and I was like, all right, and it had the key labeled on it and everything, the key. So I just went on there, and I think the first thing I made was the little whistle sound. Yeah, it's like a G funk whistle,
Hmm.
kind of the little synthesizer, and I
Yeah.
just basically wrote what I felt like was almost like a little guitar solo, but in the key of that sample, but with the synthesizer, and that's the main little
Mm,
whistle throughout the song. And
crazy.
yeah, and so I did that. I put the drums on it and everything, and the beat was all together. And I had three verses, I believe. Yeah, three verses. And I made the chorus was the first thing I made, and that was all the beat was for a long time was just the hook.
Damn.
Actually, I had a different hook originally, and then I
No
took it
way.
off and I replaced it. And so it was just,
Damn.
yeah, it was just hooks for a while. And I was like, I want to have like the homies feature on this. I was gonna have there was like a couple different people I went through that were gonna be on the song, and either it
Mm.
didn't pan out or they didn't show up. I don't know, shit happens. And so I wrote the first verse, and then I ended up writing the second verse too. And I was like, fuck, or no, the third verse, and I was like, okay, I guess. And then I believe I played the beat for Mark for Magnus X, and
Hmm.
like we're just hanging out at the house or whatever, working on his music, and I played the beat, and he's like, "Bro, please," he was like, "I please put me on this song, man," and we put him on it, and we ended up. I eventually decided that was gonna be the song that was gonna be his debut. That's actually his first ever
No
recorded
way.
raps released. Yeah, that's Magnus
No
X's first song.
way.
Yeah.
Dog, he's on a banger.
I know. I'm proud of him. I'm like, shit. My first song had like 10 views.
Ah. You know what's so crazy is that, I've heard this song many times, and it's crazy hearing you tell that story that this was not the original take. You had so many other takes, a
Yep.
different hook, different verses. I'm like, damn, bro, that's wild.
I
You
had to
could have
get it
had,
perfect.
yeah, instead you had Magnus X jump on at the end. That's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy.
He was perfect. He killed it. Oh my God.
So tell us the story on how you clicked up with Magnus X. How did that happen?
So, Magnus X, that's my buddy Mark. I've known him for a while. I met him through my cousin Benny. We used to live in different, like I lived in a town called Baytown. It's near Houston, and my
Mm-hmm.
cousin Benny lived about like an hour south, kind of on the south coast of America. Like Galveston, and on like a little
Right.
island. And I believe Mark lived out there too, or he lived in another city nearby, and they went to the same school. And so
Oh,
he's
okay.
just my cousin's friend from like middle school or high school or something, just part of his friend group that he hung out with and like sat at the same lunch table, and they'd always be hanging out and shit outside of school.
Yeah.
And so he's really just his homie, and I've always known him. Like we used to play Xbox together. We
Damn.
used to like just freestyle. He would send me like hilarious Snapchats. Like I wish this motherfucker would put these Snapchats public or something because he could be like a viral star. He's hilarious, bro. And I just known him. Everybody in the group, I've known them a long time. Uh,
That's cool as
but
hell.
yeah, I just known him, and I've always been trying to get him to rap. I was telling him to rap with us since I started G South. Like he's one of the original members I wanted to put in the group, but
Mm-hmm.
he was not on his shit about it. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'll go over, bro. I'll go to the studio," and he never did. And then one day he came to the studio and he didn't do nothing. And like I said, once I started getting on my shit, sure enough, he's told me that once he saw me getting on my shit, and somebody, I think he said my cousin Benny showed him a song one time, one of my unreleased songs, and that Mark said that his reaction, he was like, "Bro, this is Logan, like this is our boy, like you're fucking lying, like this is a professional song." And he said that it inspired him, and now he's like
Damn.
he changed his life. Like he dropped out of college so he could pursue music. He was almost done with college, and he was like,
No
"No,
way.
it doesn't feel right." And so he's putting everything into music now. He's like definitely on the same. If anybody in the group is at the same level as me, production wise, like work ethic wise, it's definitely him. Like he's trying to catch up to me. And like I've released
Damn.
a bunch of music. I'm gonna release 51 songs total in my first year since my Ghetto Minds mixtape.
Oh
And
wow, congrats, man.
yeah, and he's gonna try and catch up with me. I think probably gonna try to drop more than that in his first year,
Dang.
And,
Yeah.
and so yeah, that's the motherfucking boy.
That's tight. I was going through the Drowsy South gram, and I saw you guys freestyling. I could just tell the energy's good, bro. You can tell when the energy's good in people.
Oh yeah, man. We try to keep it genuine. That's the main overall message of the Drowsy South that we try to push is to be genuine. Don't be
Mm-hmm.
afraid to be yourself. Like a lot of people want to be accepted and they end up
Mm-hmm.
following trends and stuff, or there's somebody that try to be someone they're not. They try to be who they think people want them to be. And then people even try to make their music and their art like that, I think. And our whole
Mm-hmm.
thing is fuck that. Like you should just be yourself. Like you should only be trying to please yourself, and if other people
Yeah.
fuck with it, that's cool. If they don't, you really shouldn't be bothered. You know what I'm saying? We're all about being genuine. We're very real, very, very honest people. Like, I don't think I've ever heard anybody in Jersey South tell like a lie ever. Like, we're just
Mm-hmm.
very real. I tried my best to pick real people.
It definitely resonates, man. It definitely does. I feel it, dog. You have another message here, brother.
Oh,
Let me go ahead and play it one time. From Benny.
Rep G County till the day that I die. This is Benny. Yeah.
Shout out Benny.
oh, shout out my motherfucking cousin, bro.
That's what's up. We were just talking about him, right? He's the one that was
Yeah.
buddies. That's right. Do you believe
Yep.
that? Do you believe that the universe really does have like these signs they give people, and if you follow it, it will bring success? Because the story of like how I clicked up with you is a trippy one. Like
Yeah.
I let me give you an example. Like I did an interview with an artist named Spooky that works with a producer named Pat, And then that got me to know Pat, and then I interviewed Pat, and from Pat, now I know you, dog, and Drowsy South. Like, the way the universe works is a trip. Do you see that in your own life?
I'm really glad that you brought that up because I was just thinking about that before we started this interview.
Dang.
I was like, I was listening to the spooky interview. I got about halfway through it right
Oh, no
before we
way.
started this one, and I was like, because I've heard his music, obviously, because I heard his song with Pat, and I was
Dang.
listening to it, and I heard him talking about Pat, and I was like, this is. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, this is so cool, man. Like we're doing
Yeah.
exactly what I set out to do. We're networking to
Wow.
where
Yes.
people are hearing about us from other people that heard about us and shit like that, you
Yeah.
know? And
Yes.
that's exactly what I tried to put in motion. And to answer your question, to be honest, I'm a huge skeptic, dog. Like like I don't really believe in like any religion or anything spiritual. I don't follow horoscope or zodiac or whatever. I don't believe in like numerology and stuff like that. But
Hmm.
I do honestly firmly believe like that that something about this group of people in the Drowsy South all coming together and all getting on their shit at the same time. And at the same time, we're bringing in people from the Houston community that aren't
Hmm.
even in Drowsy South. They're just like people we meet, people who become our homeboys and shit, people that we fuck with their music. We're bringing them in. And it's all like perfectly timed. Like these people are ready. They're about to come into their prime skill wise, like talent wise, and
Mm.
it definitely feels like destiny. Like
It
there's
does.
like I'm a huge skeptic, but it feels like it's meant to be. You know what I mean? I definitely it's sparked in me a little bit of spirituality, man. Like I'm starting to see the signs and stuff for sure.
That's right, man. That's right. I love to hear, everyone's perspective in life, but the way, coming from my ends, it trips me out, bro. It really does. Like you guys are mad talented. Like I still have to be more familiar with everyone in the group, but the ones that I do know, like you and Magnus X, and then Pat, you guys are like freaking a powerhouse, bro.
Yeah, man. Just wait, like, this is the very beginning that we're in, and once everybody else starts dropping music, it's gonna be crazy. Like the
Woo.
spotlight is gonna shift for sure. I think other people
Yes.
are gonna be seen as more prominent figures, and I'm happy
Mm.
about it. I really want my voice to succeed. Like,
That's right, bro. Now you said you brought up Houston. Is that where you reside?
yeah, man. I was born and raised in a town called Baytown. It's east of Houston. It's like you could be in downtown Houston and it's probably about 25 30 minutes to the east of that. And cuz Houston is huge. Like it has
Hmm.
it's like 800 miles circumference or something like that or like across like what is it called? Diameter, something like that. It's fucking
Yeah.
huge. There's like other towns inside of Houston. And so,
Dang.
yeah, I definitely consider myself a Houstonian. Like we're in the same county as Houston, so
Hmm.
I feel like definitely we're trying to rep it. We have people from all kinds of cities and towns around the area around Houston, so we try to base ourselves there. We love the culture, like I was raised on Houston music, like DJ Screw and
Oh
SPM
yeah.
and Zero, all that stuff.
Oh wow,
And
man, you brought up SBM.
yeah,
You
actually, yeah, he.
you're a real Houston boy.
Oh yeah, man. I was raised. I actually have like some family ties to him, but we won't talk about that.
Oh shoot,
Yeah,
damn,
SPM
man.
is an
No
OG.
way. Yeah, OG for sure, dog. Damn. I was gonna
But
say, oh, go on, brother.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, Houston has an awesome music. Like, I don't think nothing touches Houston music, brother. Would you say the
It's
same?
its own thing. It's its
Yeah.
own thing. It's in its own lane, and it always has been. And like
Yeah.
respect to the other cities like Los Angeles, man, and New York.
Oh yeah.
In
Oh yeah.
in more modern times, Atlanta and Miami and shit like that. In
Hmm.
respect to them, like they've got some dope shit. But Houston's where my heart is, man. Like I make
Hmm.
all kinds of different music, but I mostly like a lot of the hip hop I listen to is still that old school shit.
Yeah,
And
that old school shit.
yeah, and that's kind of what Drowsy South like formed as like one of our main goals has been to like I've seen a lot of people that were in that screwed up clique and in the Houston rap scene 20 years
Hmm.
ago, and I've seen a lot of them say the same thing in recent times, which is that the reason that Houston hasn't been so prominent in modern times is because it's the community has fallen out. Like
Oh
everybody who
damn.
used to be working together has gone on to be more solo, I think, is what I've seen a lot of people say. And it
Oh
feels like
wow.
that, like it's been very cliquey, I think, in the Houston community for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the things that Drowsy South is trying to get rid of. Like we're trying to bring everybody together from all walks of life. We're trying to make it to where the Houston like music scene feels like a community and a family again, where you can trust the people next to you at your local concert. You know what I mean? Where you can feel like you're a part of any little group. You know what I'm saying?
That's
We're
real
just trying to
good.
bring that back. Like I think if we can bring back this sense of community and family to the Houston scene, I think we can like get some artists out of that aren't even affiliated with Drowsy South that we may not have heard of right now that could be superstars and shit. We could really give them a platform to become something amazing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a great message, man. I think that's awesome as a community. I'm not too tapped in, but I do remember Houston back in them days with like Mike Jones and Paul Wall. Like they were, you were right. It was all community, and then somehow it kind of dissipated, and then everyone started to separate. And what you're trying
Yeah,
to
we
do, I
got.
think, is like, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was
Go
gonna
ahead.
say
Finish.
what you're doing. I think that's fucking awesome, and I think that's where it's heading, especially right now because of the whole damn COVID lockdown in 2020, how that affected the whole world. So I think you're heading in the right place. Would you say?
Yeah. Yeah, man, and I see it too. Like, of the over the past couple like years, like the past decade or so, we have seen some really prominent artists come out of Houston. We had Travis Scott and Megan Thee Stallion.
Woo!
Megan Thee Stallion's a beast, bro. I fuck with
Killing
that
it.
lady. And
Yeah.
but like I said, it's very individual success. Like they're not really with a group or nothing. They're not really out here like doing a bunch of songs with a whole bunch of local artists and stuff or nothing, which is cool,
Hmm.
but it's because of that. It's because there's not really a community here, like a platform for them to like have a fan base in, I think, or to have like that foothold in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, I can see that, to be honest, the COVID thing, the whole pandemic, I think it's gonna be like a motivator for once we're
Hmm.
completely out of all this stuff. I think it's going to be a motivator for people to actually come together. Like people are going to want to be more social. You know what I mean? I see it at the shows I go to now. The shows are opening again. The shows I go to, I see people being way more like about meeting people, about going out and talking to everybody and shit. It's awesome.
Damn, that is awesome. Now, since we're on this topic a bit, let's go back to the beginning of 2020 when COVID happened, the lockdown happened. How did that affect your life?
All right, man. So I the beginning of 2020, the past year, ever since 2018, like the end of 2018, I took a break from releasing music. I didn't drop anything for like a year, probably like a year and a half. Um, and what I like, all I did was I made beats for a long time, and like I said, towards the end, I polished my rapping or whatever. And so
Hmm.
I was just filling up the vault. My idea, I don't want to spill my secret here, but I really want other people to be successful as well. So my advice and my idea that I did and I've gone forward with as my plan is I like to be ahead of my release schedule. Like I'll
Mm.
stockpile a bunch of mixtapes into my vault that are all finished and mastered so that like every time I release something, I have projects after that already ready to go. And so
Damn.
yeah, so my idea, my whole plan, I remember going into 2020 was like at the end of 2019, I was getting all the tapes ready and I was like, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish 10 mixtapes that I've been working on. They're all 5 songs and I'm going to release 10 mixtapes in one year. Like, you know what I mean? And I thought people like to see that work ethic.
Oh, damn,
And
bro. You're spitting game, brother.
and so that's what I was doing. And then I was literally about to go out and do my debut like rap performance as Stick God and release my first mixtape, Ghetto Minds, at the fucking beginning of 2020. Like it was
Mm.
supposed to drop in like April. And then of course in March the COVID thing happened. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh school, and so
Damn.
so I didn't drop it, and I was like, I'll just wait till this is over, and then I'll start dropping music so I can have a better platform to go out and because I like to go
Yeah.
out. I give out CDs on the street and shit to people, so I couldn't do that no more.
Damn.
And so I was like, oh, so I just put it on hold for a long time, and then like in November or whatever, I was like, I guess this isn't gonna end. So I just started dropping music. Yeah, it really fucked up all my plans, dog. But it's okay. It's okay. You just got to move forward.
That's crazy though. Like you had a whole rollout, and then COVID said nope.
Yep.
Changed everything for you, bro.
Had to change it.
You had another message, bro. Let's go ahead and play it one time for you.
Damn.
Yeah, you got Preston Caps.
What's good? It's Scotty the Reaper. I hope you have a great day. I hope y'all are chilling. Shout out the boy Stick God. Keep doing your thing, man. Nothing but love for you, homie G. And, you're doing great things. And it's great that you just want to make it a community and just keep making music, man.
Damn. Shout out Preston.
Hell yeah, that's my boy Scotty the Reaper, man. We're working on some music right now.
Scotty
He
the
is
Reaper.
a fucking G. Yeah, he's a rapper out here too. He does like trap metal, and then he also does like some like little hyper pop, like all kinds of shit. I fuck with Scotty. That's my boy.
Damn. That's what's up, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. It resonates, dude. You guys are good people, man.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that.
You got it, dog. Now you brought up your pops showed you the classic rock, and your mama showed you the CDs with a mix of music. What is name some inspiration that helped you with music?
All right. Well, so my grandpa was the one that showed me classic rock. My dad, he actually my dad actually he told me before, that he actually doesn't he never really listened to music. That's what he told me. He said, I never really listened to music until you told me you like music. Then I started like actually listening to stuff. That's what he said. He was like, I never really owned an album or nothing. I just listened to the radio. So yeah. But yeah, funny. Anyway. Like a lot of my influences, inspirations, man, it comes from all around, dude. Like I love classic rock, like Pink Floyd is so good. What do you call them? Yes is a great fucking band, but I also love jazz. I listen to like a lot of Miles Davis and Chet Baker. I like old music, I like industrial music is a huge influence on me, like Nine Inch Nails and Ministry and stuff like that. Is like it's crazy. There's just so many. I think good music is good music, like no matter what form it's in. Like there's artists that are in the most obscure genres that are like extremely, I think, important and extremely great. Like their music is great, even though everybody else around them is mediocre. You know what I'm saying? Like you could not like country music, and then you could go listen to Johnny Cash and be like, I really feel what this guy is saying. You know what I mean? So exactly. I take it from a lot of places. I can just see that there's some people out there that are just great. They're like, they've become geniuses, Mac Miller, huge inspiration. Yeah. And one more thing, so I tell people this all the time. My biggest influence as a rapper is probably Tupac. My biggest influence as a overall artist is Nujabes. I don't know if you know who that is, but he's an Asian record producer, and it's amazing.
Nujabes? I haven't heard of him.
Oh, I'll send you some shit.
Yeah, send me that one time. That's crazy that you named Tupac, man. Not enough people talk about Tupac these days.
He's essential, man. He's the reason he's so important and vital is because he's the point where they took hip hop from being like a trend and there wasn't a whole lot of substance to like you have to take us serious now. You know what I'm saying? Like he made it to where it's an art form. Like he's like, you're gonna take this serious as a piece of art rather than just a collection of rap songs. You know what I mean? And that's why he's like so important to me, man.
I wanna one of my favorite songs from Pac is "Smile" with Scarface.
Ooh,
dude, right?
I was just listening to that at work the other day, man.
No way.
Dude,
that song just has the feels, bro.
Oh yeah, man.
What's one of your favorite songs by Pac?
My favorite song by him is "I Get Around." I just love the beat, the flow. It's all perfect, even though it's not like his deepest song or nothing. just the whole like the for what the song is, it's like
Yeah,
perfect, man. I could never
it
make
is.
a song about like partying and fucking or whatever as good as that
Yeah.
one. I never could. It's so good. I like that one. I like uh the whole album Me Against the World. That's probably my
Oh yeah.
favorite one.
That's
Yeah.
badass. That's badass, man. Pac is he's going down in history for sure. You got two more messages, bro.
Shit.
Got one from Magnus X. Let's go ahead and play that one first. Shout out to Magnus X.
Of course.
And then you got one here from Doug.
You already know what to do. Shout out to the boy Mark. Shout out to the boy Stick. Shout out to the boy Baker.
Shout out Doug.
Wow.
The whole crew,
Yeah, shout
bro.
out Doug. That's crazy.
I got it down, dog. Drowsy South in the building, bro.
For real.
Let's talk about Drowsy South, man. Let's talk about the origins, the name, how it all began from the very beginning, if you don't mind.
So yeah, like I said, I was a solo. I was trying to be a solo artist, you know, and my boys were too. They were doing their thing. Like I was producing for Doug and my boy Chase, and they were doing their own thing. And then we just kind of, you know, we just decided to bring it together, like I said before. And the way that it really formed was it was me and Doug and Chase. His name is By the Way. He's an artist as well still, and we we were just in the same room and we had thought about it the day before, like I said, and
Mm-hmm.
then I just like the next day I brought them back and I was like, we should do this, we should start this collective. And the thing was, like, the whole time I was thinking about starting it, I was putting together the roster in my head. Like I could picture the different people throughout my life that had
Mm-hmm.
really made an impact on me music wise, you know, and especially in hip hop. And I went and got them, like my buddy Fernando. He's one of my friends from high school. I used to hang out with him a lot when I was like a freshman and a sophomore. He was in my friend group of like really close knit friends. We would skip school all the time and smoke weed or whatever, jump on a trampoline at our buddy Richard's house. Like that was my
That's
boy,
right.
you know. And I
Yeah.
just always saw that he really wanted to pursue music, but he didn't. And I wanted to get him to fucking do it. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
I got him. We used to have a member. His name is Taiki. He's still cool as fuck. That's my boy Tykiel. He's focusing on other business ventures right now, I think. But
Mm-hmm.
I went and got him. He's the person I started rapping with on the bus in middle school.
Damn.
I went and got, you know, Doug and Chase were already there. I was already working with them. We went and got my boy Caleb because I've just known him for a long time. We're really cool. I actually, he's one of my best friends. I seen him get like shot right in front of me, man. Like so,
What?
this man almost died right in front of me, and so I think that creates like a kind of an unspoken like bond that you
Almost
know
definitely.
we're homies, you know. And he actually
Yo.
came up with the name. He it was in his location on his
Mm-hmm.
Twitter thing. It said Drowsy South, and I just messaged him one day. I was like, bro, what the hell? I was like, did you come up with that? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, that's the name, man. I'm taking it for our collective. And he was like, sure, but you got to give me credit, you know. So yeah, but it really, I just, you know, everybody else, it's the same thing. I know them from my past, and I pulled them into the group. I like, I guess that's one of the reasons that I'm like the leader is because I'm the one who found everybody and brought them
Mm-hmm.
together. Like a lot of these people didn't know each other. Like I'm really close to all of them, but some of them had never met each other until the group, and now
Mm.
they're all really close friends with each other. You know, I knew that these people would sync up. I knew we were all on the same thing. Like we all felt like Drowsy South, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You
Yeah,
did
and
bring
that's
up
that's really how it happened. Sorry.
no worries. I was gonna say you brought up that you guys are actually working on a compilation, right?
Yes. So we haven't talked about it a lot, but we're working on a Drowsy South. We're gonna call it the Drowsy South tape, and it's gonna
Mm.
be a collective tape. You know, it's gonna be us as a group. You know, think like Wu-Tang style, not really in the genre, but in the way we're gonna do it,
Mm.
because it's gonna be 10 beats, 10 songs, and it's not like all of us, because there's five rappers, so it's not like all five of us are on every song. It's like
Right.
we've made songs with each other, all of us, and we're all throughout the tape. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
we have a couple songs, we have like one or two songs, I believe, where it's like all of us, like all five of us. I think we have one song where there's six people. There's a feature,
No
But then we
way.
also have songs where there's like two verses, you know, and a hook or whatever, and it's not everybody's on the song. It's just like a couple members.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
I
Because
felt that.
yeah, you know, we just wanted it to be like real art rather than pushing everybody on every song. We wanted it to be like I made a big piece of art with the beats, and now we're filling it in with the raps. You know,
Damn. That sounds
it's
tough,
great.
bro. That sounds
It's
tough.
my favorite. It's my favorite project that we're gonna release so far, dog. Like honestly, so.
Yeah, that shit sound hot, dog. I mean, I know you can't give in too many details, but is there a certain time of the year you plan on releasing that?
It's probably going to be next year. It's probably going to be
Okay, okay.
sometime within the next 6 months of the next year, for sure.
Damn, you got moves coming ahead. Y'all playing chess right now.
Yeah, man, we're planning far ahead.
That's right, dog. Are you guys planning on doing any more music videos?
Yes, that's the thing. I feel like, sorry, I'm smoking a little bit.
That's right.
I think that's the thing that we wanted to focus on is I'm shifting a lot of our focus to visuals. Like I want our growth to be mostly from our YouTube channel. You could probably tell because we got a lot of views all of a sudden on our newest video, and the rest of them don't have nothing, you know?
Yeah.
And
Congrats
so
on
I'm
that. I was
trying
gonna talk
to
about that.
thank you, man. Yeah, I'm just trying to direct growth to our YouTube channel and make it seem very professional.
Hmm.
So I used to post for a while. I was posting all of the music released on Drowsy South label onto there as like audio. But now I've stopped, and I'm gonna reserve the rest of the channel's lifespan for just visuals, like just music videos, maybe like
Right.
podcasts and interviews and stuff. Like I want to go out and interview other artists as Drowsy South, like as me interviewing somebody that we fuck with. You know, I want to just do all kinds of cool
Dang.
shit on there, but just restricted to like mostly visual stuff so people can really see
Hmm.
us and see like understand who we are, I think. And you know, that's what it's for. I think that's what people like on there. And so yeah, we're
Hmm.
gonna we're gonna direct a lot of the shit to there.
I think that's a really good move. Now, speaking on the music video and talking about the views, bro, you have 16K, dude, and it's been out for 2 weeks.
I know, man. I'm fucking hyped about it. It's crazy. I don't like I said, man, I could feel like a flip has like a switch has flipped, you know, to where it
Definitely.
really that's what it feels like things are changing extremely rapidly. I was a normal dude not that long ago, and now all of a sudden things are changing. Like my life is completely changing, and I think it's only gonna snowball. Like it seems like it's only gonna get bigger from here, I hope. And yeah, man. Hopefully, to answer your question from before, we're gonna release I'm gonna release a lyric video soon, and then we're gonna have some more music videos after that. I'm gonna try to drop a music video every other month.
Dang, that'd be badass, bro. Now this video that has 16K, bro, get it how I live it. I mean, dude, I'm
Hmm.
telling you right now, it deserves every one of those views, and I know it's gonna continue growing, bro. Now, let me ask you this: how are you gonna deal with fame? Let's say tomorrow you reach the most biggest you could. How are you gonna handle that, bro? And do you want that?
I mean, so you know, it's cool. Like I wouldn't mind fame or anything, but you know, I don't know if I would say that's been like an end goal or anything. Like the main goal
Mm-hmm.
has always been for me to be able to make a career out of it. Like as long as I
Mm.
could feed my family and this is my job, like I can focus on music and get paid off of it enough to feed my family and live and prosper, you know, and like keep getting better, then
Mm-hmm.
that's the main goal, you know. But it would be really, I think it would be really cool if I got to like a higher level, a higher platform, because I know if I was put on like a level of that where I became famous or something, I would want to use it like to better the world. I would want to use my influence to like spread knowledge and to spread kindness. You know what I mean? I want to like get people to go out there and make a difference. You know what I mean? So that would be cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've never been famous, so like I don't know how that would go. I'm not gonna tell you that's gonna happen or nothing. I'm not some asshole who's like, yeah, it's about to be superstar shit. But that would be awesome, man. I really just want to keep making great music. I want to make shit that's great for me, you know? And
Yes.
if I get famous, hopefully I can handle it. I think I could, man, because I'm not really a person that's bothered by much. Like they call me the Zen master at work or whatever, because whenever everything's getting fucking busy, everybody's like panicking. I'm just like chilling, like nothing ever really bothers me. I'm like, as long as you keep focusing, you'll get through whatever you're in, you know. So I hope I'll be
That's
okay,
right.
you know.
That's right, dog. That's a good answer. Man, I'm telling you, you got a good head on your shoulders, bro. You got here
Thanks, man.
another message. Oh, no worries, bro.
Ooh.
Got another message from Pat. Here we go.
Yo, your boy.
Stupid.
Yo, so how did you and Pat click?
Oh man, Pat is one of my oldest friends. So, I've known Pat. He's older than a lot of us. So I want to say he's like 25. I'm 22 right now. And so I met Pat. I was probably like 14, maybe 15 years old, and I was in this band with my buddy Chris Ramirez. The band was called The Burdens We Carry.
Mm.
Hello? Oh, sorry. I
Yeah,
was
the
making sure.
birds.
Yeah. We were called The Burdens We Carry. And we went through a lot of lineup changes. And one of probably my favorite lineup that we had was with Pat. It was, we had a period of time where we didn't have a drummer or a bassist. And so we were kind of just studio musicians, but we had me, Chris, which is the vocalist, and Pat, which is, amazing guitarist, man. And that's probably when I met him. He used to be a
Mm-hmm.
skinhead. I remember he was like a tall, lanky dude with fucking bald head, and I was like, "This dude look like a crackhead." But then he started playing guitar, and I was like, "Damn!" And he's only progressed. He's like gonna be legend status among guitarists, man, for sure. And so
Oh,
I'm
most
just
definitely.
I've always kept in touch with Patrick because I really believe in him. Like he's something special. Like his music makes me feel some kind of way, man. It's incredible. And yeah, I've just known him since then. He's always been my boy. He's like definitely one of my best friends. Like I've probably known him longer than a lot of the people in the group. And that's how I met him. But
Mm-hmm.
we've kept in touch. Like we actually reformed a band. Now we weren't in a band together for years, man, and since that last band, and we just kept in touch making hip hop and stuff or doing whatever. And now we have a new band called Social System, and we're hopefully gonna drop an album soon as well.
Oh, no way.
Yep, it's kind of low key right now.
Social System. Damn, that's what's up. Y'all heard it here first on Upper Radio. Damn. Thanks for that, brother.
Yeah, man, I got you.
Now, this question that I'm asking next, now, it is a little strange to ask, but I see that, okay, you, bro, Stick God, you're mad talented, bro. Magnus X, mad talented. Pat, mad talented. Do you really see the talent around you, bro? The talent that's in you, dog?
Man, I think the only reason that I'm getting so good is because of the talent around me. Like how I said, I'm a motivator
Mm.
to the people around me. They are my
Mm.
motivator. We are constantly in competition with each other. Like me and I know at least I can speak for myself, Magnus X, and Doug, in that our main goal in this is to become the greatest of all time. Like as an individual, I want to be the greatest rapper of all time. Like I want to at least be able to see myself like that, and or consider
Mm-hmm.
myself as being that way one day. And they have the same vision. And right now, I feel like at least in my eyes, they're my strongest competition. Like they're the people
Mm.
I'm competing with to be the greatest of all time, you know. And so every
That's
time
right.
that they outdo me, I have to outdo them. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, I definitely see the talent. Like I think Mark Magnus X, he's probably my favorite rapper. Like and
Mm-hmm.
he don't have no music out. Like I just hear his unreleased music and I'm like, this is incredible, man. So I definitely see it. Like I
Damn.
know everybody's gonna be a legend. Like every single person is gonna have their spotlight. You know what I mean?
Most definitely, bro. I mean, I still have to tap in with Doug. Um, is Young Gat, you said, and
Yeah,
Soto and
young guy.
Resemblance.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of people.
I still got to tap in, but I already know Drowsy South is a mad talented, gifted collective, brother. Mad talented.
I really appreciate you, man. It making me feel all warm and fuzzy inside, honestly.
Yeah, boy, you deserve it. You guys deserve it. You got here another message from Pat. I'm gonna play that for you one time.
You're goddamn right, bro. I'm fucking ready for that music. Y'all ain't ready for that fucking album, bro.
He sounded so hype.
That's right, dog. The energy's good, you know.
Hell yeah, man.
Now, speaking on the energy, performing. Have you performed before?
Yeah, so we performed I wanted to perform more, you know, because that's one of my favorite parts of it is going out and fucking we had like you could tell we have a lot of energy. So it's fun to get out there and get hype as hell and get up in
Yo.
like the front of people that have never seen us before, you know, because we're pretty unknown. So most of these people don't know who we are. And we show
Mhm.
up and we just rap our asses off and it's dope. Like we've done an open mic, and I've done a lot of like street performances. I'll just go out and freestyle in front of people. Like I'll beatbox, and the homies will freestyle, or they'll beatbox,
That's
and
tight.
like I'll freestyle, and people really fuck with it. And we're gonna try and do more open mics, like just popping up places. And we are
Hmm.
also planning some like scheduled shows. I'm trying to go out of state for some shows as well. I might go to New York in August for a show, and I'm gonna try
Really
and do some shows in
badass.
Houston. We're gonna try and plan like some sort of Drowsy South Records show that's like funded by us and everything as well. So yeah, we're gonna get out there and really fucking take the at least the city, you know?
Damn. I mean, what's something that we haven't tapped into yet, like that I don't know of? You got everything lined up, like you said, bro. You have like you're playing chess, bro.
Um, I don't know,
You are.
man. There's a lot of we have a lot of cards on the table, man. Like there's stuff that I can't even speak on right now, and there's stuff that
Hmm.
we're barely formulating ideas for. But I can tell you that next, like the main thing that I want to tell people that they haven't heard yet is that next year it's gonna be so many more people dropping music that you haven't heard from. Like it's been mostly
Mm.
Stick God and you know Pat and the homies hopping on my songs and stuff, but it's gonna
Mm.
be like people having their own whole solo mixtapes. Like Doug is gonna
Hmm.
be doing some crazy shit. Magnus X has a couple mixtapes we're working on, you know, we're gonna have little subgroups within the group. But yeah, I don't want to speak too much on it. But there's a lot of stuff, man. A lot of untapped things.
Damn. You guys seem well organized, man. You're a well-oiled machine, bro. I can't wait for them plans to roll out. What's one of your favorite songs that you've done to date?
All right, so out of my released songs, I think off my last mixtape, the song Copycat might
Oh
be
yeah.
my favorite song I've done. I don't know. It's just very lyrically dense and
Hmm.
the beat is unlike I think a lot of my beats. It's like extremely slow, like crawling. But I don't know. I just fuck with that song. That one and I don't know, man. There's a lot of music. My first tape has some great shit. Ghetto Minds. Yeah.
Ghetto Minds. Yeah, I was gonna say Copycat and Cloud9 are really dope, bro.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Nobody ever talks about Cloud9, so I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, Cloud9 is sick. I'd be lying to you if I heard every track, bro. But the ones that I've heard, they're straight fire, dog. Straight fire, bro. Go ahead, bro, and tell the listeners where they can find all your music, all your art, all that good stuff.
All right, man. So you can find us on SoundCloud, you know. All my music is under Stick God, soundcloud.com/Stick God, I believe. And we also are on SoundCloud as Drowsy South. But I don't think there's music on there yet, but there will be. And you know, you can tap in with us on social media. You know, my at is at stickgod13, stickgod13, and our at on every other things is like at Drowsy South or at Drowsy South Records. The main place to hear like our new shit would definitely be YouTube. That's where our visuals are going to be coming out. And we're also on Spotify. We're on everything really. So just look us up and we'll pop up. We're getting some plays, so we'll pop up at near the top now.
That's right, bro. That's right. Now we got another message from Doug. Play that one time.
Bro, this man has everything planned, and I know about 12% of it. He just tells me as it happens, bro.
Damn.
That's the
Spitting
realest shit I've
facts.
ever heard.
Bro, stick God, man. Covered a lot. I know there's way more we can cover. I want to have another podcast with you in the future. And I actually want to set things up with other members in Drowsy South, bro. But it was a pleasure
Oh
having
yeah.
you here, stick God.
Yeah, man, you should set things up with other people and we could meet back and do another one like a year from now or something, man. That would be cool. See the progress, you know?
Most definitely will happen, dog. I'm down with it.
Hell yeah, man. I love you. This is dope. I really
Love you,
like this.
bro.
I'm gonna keep listening to these. I haven't listened to a lot of them, but I've listened to one or two of the podcasts, and I really like it.
Mhm.
You're very, very professional. Please keep doing this. I want to keep hearing them.
Hey, bro, I appreciate you, dude. Those words mean everything to me, dude, for real. And I will keep it up for you, dog. For you guys, it means everything to me.
Hell yeah, man. Be safe.
Well, dude, dog. God, thank you so much for joining Up Her Radio. Have a good one, brother.
You too.
All right, peace.